Y'all already know what time it is. You see that mic? I'm gonna pull that mic right in here. Bam! Let's get it. Give me a mic check real quick. Give me a mic check real quick. I got a lot I want to say in a short period of time. Because once I'm done with this, I gotta get back to translating. I'm gonna translate more way up into the night. I woke up very early this morning translating, and I'm just so fired up. I'm in Dabarim, which is Deuteronomy, and I'm studying. I had to stop and study. This is so deep. Thank you, Brother Bill. Thank you, Brother Brandon. All right, thank you, sis. Kimberly's in the building. Larry Moment, that's an overseer here. Hey, y'all already know what we got to do. We got to do housekeeping. Everybody that's here, I'm going to give you some juice. I'm going to give you Dabarim chapter 5. Hardcore. It is surprising. That's what I had to choose because I'm way up. I'm up in the 20s now. I'm up in the 20s, soon to be in the 30s, and finish it out. Let's check it out your feed. Okay, got the feedback. Fam, there's so much coming at me. It's like, because you got the first 5 books of the scriptures are Masha's writings. It's the first 5 books. Make sure y'all dialed in. Get over to tsinfo.org. Support, get in the trenches, man. I'm like, we got to get more serious than ever. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all discipline. Raw talk before I go into this. This is raw talk. I am under crazy attacks all the time while I am promoting and expanding Yahuwah's name. Since I found Yahuwah's name in May of 2007, I have been on another level attacked, like supernaturally attacked. Now watch. Most people, when they get that kind of attack, like went through, they will go, I need to run back to the pagan beliefs I was running under. Is it wrong to think that Jesus, the name Jesus, is a piece of trash? Isn't that crazy? There's a bunch of y'all Jesus people on here like I was. Shout out to Brother Larry in the building. There's a bunch of y'all on here like that. That's why I can empathize with all the Jesus people. I can, man. I empathize with y'all. Because like Shaul said, I'm a Pharisee of the Pharisees. I was like a Christian of the Christians. So for me to denounce the name of Jesus, hold on, no. Watch this. For me to denounce it, team, y'all see that? You will never make it. Y'all ain't nothing but some scumbags. Them people right there are scumbags. We have some people who are very poor, and they have neither. When they say neither, they're quoting King James. Don't nobody talk that today. They have neither clothes nor things to eat. They thought they listen to this. We thought that they were coming to an Easter. You see that? This is coming to Easter. So why not help them? So they can eat too some good food and be thankful. Can you help me? Then they say, help me. You hear they say some people? That is a scumbag right there. That is a bona fide scumbag. Y'all never heard me use that word. All you scumbags, don't come on this channel. We ain't gonna show you no love. Ain't gonna happen. We ain't gonna show you no love. You come in here weak, we're gonna get rid of you. Anybody comes in here weak, if you come in here meek, we're gonna love on you. You come in here weak, you in a 144 session. You ain't gonna make it. I don't know if y'all understand that or not. I've been telling people from the gate. All of y'all this is what I love. Those of you that have been in like for a period of time now, we got what, 281,000 subscribers? Is that where we're at? Let me look. Let me look. 281,235 subscribers. We've had 31,145 in the last 28 days subscribe. That's about 1,000 a day right there. I don't know what's going on. That means in about what? Less than 3 weeks, we're going over 300,000. This is a big scrub. This is a big sort. Like nobody's. If you come in here, like I'm gonna tell y'all, almost every one of your minds has been programmed to be weak. So you're not gonna survive strength because Yahuwah is only recruiting, calling the strong who might think they're weak, but you got a little bit in you that says, I ain't gonna give in to this. If you're that person, go, man, I've been beat down, but I ain't giving into this. I ain't asking for no handouts. I'm asking for some support to help me just get around a group of people that are going to love on me, going to pour into me spiritually, emotionally, mentally, get me lifted up. And then I'll find my way. And all the weak stuff, can you find a way to help and support us? If anybody ever hits y'all with that, and some of y'all be like giving in to people, oh, man, they in a tough situation. The hell with them people. I'm telling you right now, them are little bitty demons. 99% of them people are little demons. They've been sent to trick you. They're not from Yahuwah. People from Yahuwah got certain characteristics. They got a certain makeup about themselves. When they're way down, when they're beat down, they ain't got nothing. They're gonna be like respectful, honorable. You're not gonna feel not even an inch of begging them. If you ever feel an inch of somebody begging, they are not from Yahuwah. They ain't there. Go read the scriptures. Look at the people that Yahusha healed. The people that were yelling at, hey, they were beggars. Go look at the people that Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, healed. They were beggars, but when Yahuwah came strolling by, they said, son of Deut, I know that you can heal me. You see the difference? They didn't go, oh, please, can I get some biscuits? They didn't do it. If you would have asked Yahusha for a couple of biscuits, he'd be like, what? You don't know who I am when I'm looking at you and I created you? This is a whole different view of this thing. I promise y'all, there probably ain't one in like three, maybe 2 billion. So that may make four of us teaching like this. Y'all understand? All right, I'm gonna go in. Dabarim chapter 5 is lethal. And the message I bring to you is never ever gonna be weak. There's no room for it. Y'all are excited because y'all want. Shout out to Christopher. Christopher said, I just got my true scriptures ordered. You're going to be like Christopher. Once you read it, maybe you get like 3-4 books in. Send an email to info@promotethetruth.com and go, this is my experience from reading the true scriptures. Send that email. Any weak emails that come in to promote the truth, if they're like weak, whine out, man. We're not talking about like if you do something, the team's going to make sure you get everything that you need to get. But man, you got to talk to us the right way because you're dealing with you finally, I'm thinking about who I am and who my team is and who the team is behind my team. Because y'all don't understand promote. Everybody's trying to promote the truth. Promote the truth is a religious belief system. It's not an ownership system. You see, the governments, they tried to attack us and push us into an organization of business. We're not. We're from Malakuta di Shamia, the kingdom of heaven. What did Yahuwah Mashiach says? I am not from this world or of this world. Man, I feel it. Every day I keep building and translating. It's all in my hands right now. Watch this. Y'all want to feel it? Tell me if y'all really want to feel it. Watch this. Do it and you're going to feel it. And y'all report. It's in my hands. It's rare. Every now and then it comes in my hand. Y'all can get healing. You can get restoration. You can get breakthroughs. I'm going to put my hands out on the screen. And the power of Yahuwah is on me. Every now and then he says, flex me. You ready? Stretch your hands out with mine. Watch this. Watch this. Put your hands out. That's 2. I rarely do 2. Let's go. Ready? Let's get it. Mm. Mm. Watch what happens. Some of y'all are gonna give us some reports if you know what happened. Just happened. I don't know how to explain it. It just comes up on me, and then I'm out that quick. Dabarim, chapter 5. Masha called all the people of Yisharal together and said to them, O Yisharal, listen to the laws, statutes, and ordinances that I give you today. Learn them and obey them carefully. Yahuwah, our Alua, made a covenant with us at Harab. Harab is over there, but it's right there at Mount Sinai. Some of y'all, listen, look at me. Be healed. Never ever feel that pain anymore. Just go thank Yahuwah. You got to thank him. Just thank him. 7 times. Thank him. 7 times. And then be healed. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Yahuwah, verse 3, did not make this covenant with our ancestors. He made it with all of us who are alive and here today. Now look what Masha just said. Do y'all understand what Masha just said? I get my chair straightened up. Y'all see me scooting around? Dang, I'm like, woo! Masha said in verse 3 of Dabarim, Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 3, Yahuwah did not make this covenant with our ancestors. Do y'all understand that Yahuwah has I don't know how you call it. Is it a confirmation? Is it something that he is creating for us to grab a hold of? Is it a completion? What is it? Because he's doing it right now. Because he didn't do what he's doing with our ancestors right now. Y'all great grandma and granddaddy, why didn't they pick it up and get the true scriptures or something equivalent in the world? No. Yahuwah did not make this covenant with our ancestors. Imagine the ones who usher in him coming back. See, you got to operate like I am the one, and these are the ones I'm rolling with. And before we die, we're working to see Yahuwah come back. Hey, I'm working to see them clouds split open. That's my work ethic in the kingdom. I'm not working for I'm going to die in this body and put me in the dust, in the in the ground, in a tomb. No. I'm not working that way. I'm working like, hey, that cloud's going to split open because this word got preached throughout all the nations. This Bashura got preached throughout all the nations. So it happened because of me and because of those who are with me. Say it. You got to say and live every day like you're the one. And you got some of them ones with you. What you waiting on? It ain't going to ever be the right time. We got to make the right time. I am working diligently to see them clouds split open. I do not want to die and go in a tomb. I don't want to do it. If Yahuwah sees it that way, he is up to him. I will submit unto his wishes. But I'm telling you right here, right now, there's something in me believes that we got the right makings, we got the right stuff, we got the right people, we got the right time. We can see the clouds open up. What we doing? Yahuwah did not make this covenant with our ancestors. He made it with all of us who are alive here today. Yahuwah spoke with you face to face out of the midst of the fire on the mountain. At that time, I stood between you and Yahuwah. Most of y'all don't even get the fact. I'm standing between you and Yahuwah. And that's a fact. I'm on another level on this one. Because I'm in there way too deep. I get attacked way too deep for it to be anything else. I know it has to be something crazy that's wanting to keep you from meeting him. It has to be. Y'all don't understand the spiritual warfare. The real stuff I'm going to teach you if you hang in here. And you're going to know how to deal with it like I deal with it. I promise you, you might believe me or not believe me, but I'm standing between you and Yahuwah in the gap. They be talking about the intercessors. Man, y'all are tripping. All you people talking about you interceding, hey, there ain't nothing but maybe 3-4 interceders on the earth. Maybe 4. 4 max. It can't be no 150,000 interceders. because they ain't got that type of discipline to go through that type of warfare with Yahuwah. At that time, I stood between you and Yahuwah. I told you the words of Yahuwah. What am I telling y'all? You are finally understanding the words of Yahuwah. Finally, after all this time. Finally. You done lived all these decades, many of you. All these years, many of you. And you finally getting the words of Yahuwah from who? He done sent me to tell you. And I stand on behalf of a team of people that, hey, they know I love them with all I got. And they some real ones, man. We got the real ones over here. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I ain't hating on nobody else. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Just stop lying on Yahuwah. Because promote the truth. Jay Nolan, his emissary, for whatever reason, I got to get in that spot. I don't know why. I don't know why. We are telling you the words of Yahuwah. You want to know why? Because you were afraid of the fire. It would not go up on the mountain. Yeah, come on, man, let's dig in there. You were afraid of the fire. Not me. I tell you what, I thought about it. I contemplated it. What's that fire? Give up everything this world's got to offer. Give it all up. And go find out why you are here. Maybe 2 of you on here. Out of the thousands going to watch us, maybe 2. You said, before I go make some money today, before I go do this or that, I go to school, I go take care of the kid, all that stuff. I got to seek the kingdom first, no matter what. Maybe 2 of you. Now, what's going to happen because of this teaching, in about 3-4 months, it's going to be like tens. We're going to get into the dozens soon. We're close to getting into the dozens. And that is historical. That's eternally historical. It's been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, like 2,000 years before some people that really had the fire of Yahuwah in them. They initially had it, but they couldn't expect the crazy persecution they was going to go through. See, ain't nothing changed. Come on, Sister Renee. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing under the sun and the moon. Ain't nothing changed. The governments, back then, the people, there was a gang of self-governance. And then they started to organize it to get kings. But I'm telling y'all, today, there's no, y'all think it's freedom and republics and democracy and that don't exist on the entire earth. Not with these governments. It don't exist. Instead of them just dragging you out and killing you in the arena and letting lions and having you hang up on a stake and set ablaze in the fire, they just do it through administrative notices, lawsuits, this, that, and levies and liens, and they mess with you all the time. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. But Masha told them people, I stood between you and Yahuwah. Well, you tell me what it takes to stand between the people and Yahuwah, who is a consuming fire. Who can stand in that fire? Who? Only someone that's been in that deep fire. That's what I learned. That's the only people can stand in there. Because Yahuwah is not going to understand your conscious or subconscious weakness. He's only going to show a certain amount of compassion. But that certain amount of compassion, he holds it for a long time. They call it long suffering. But everybody thinks long suffering means I'm going to tolerate a lot. No. He's holding his little bit of patience with us for a long time, but it's only a little bit. He don't understand none of our weaknesses because he knows he created us in his image. What you gonna do with that? Stop! What you gonna do with it? Yahuwah created us in his image. You don't even know where to go with that. You gonna call Yahuwah a punk? You gonna call him weak? What you gonna call him? Yahuwah said, I created male and female. I created them in our image. There's some more strong like him in his family. They ain't got no weakness. So if we're created in the image of Yahuwah, image, take a picture. That means exact. What you doing being weak? If Yahuwah ain't weak and you created his image, what you doing weak? Hey! That's a revelation for a whole bunch of y'all. If Yahuwah's not weak, but you're being weak, whose image are you created in? Well, you were created in the image of strength, but you decided to tear up your photo and go into the image that's fake. You decided to become a counterfeit. If you're not rolling with Yahuwah, who you rolling with? You rolling with Satan, Shaitan. You don't even know what to do with this. Hey, I done hit some of y'all way deep. I can't even get past Sister Queen. What am I gonna do? Brother Larry. Larry 1 and 2. What am I gonna do? Larry Deuce. Sister Beverly, what we gonna do, sis? With that super. Hey, what we gonna do, Brother Elmer? My strong warrior, Brother Elmer, down in the Philippines, holding it down. He waiting. He working while he's waiting. He know I'm coming. I'm coming to the Philippines. What you gonna do, Suhey? Some of y'all sitting there going, Sister Hannah, what you gonna do now? We're created in Yahuwah's image. Is Yahuwah ever weak? Ever? Does he ever give in? Is he ever sick? Is he ever broke? If you created in his image and you ain't got all you want, what's the issue? Is it the image or is it you not accepting who you are imaging? What y'all gonna do with this? Yahuwah said, verse 6, I am Yahuwah, your Eluah, who brought you out of the land of Matzar, out of the house of bondage. You are to worship no other Elohim besides me. Does that sound familiar? What just happened that quick? Fam, y'all come on and chime in. What just happened that quick? Something just happened that fast. I just read, at that time, I stood between you and Yahuwah. Masha's talking Moses. I told you the words of Yahuwah because you were afraid of the fire and you would not go up on the mountain. Ashley, you know what's going on right here? Elva, y'all, hey, but we're in Deuteronomy chapter 5, fam. We're in Dabarim chapter 5. And in Dabarim chapter 5, verse 6, Yahuwah says, hey, I am Yahuwah, your Eluah, who brought you out of the land of Matzar, out of the house of bondage. Verse 7, tell me if this sounds familiar. You are to worship no other Elohim besides me. Verse 8, you do not make for yourself the carved image or the likeness of anything that is in the heavens above or that is on the earth or is in the waters of the earth. You do not bow down to them, nor serve them. Verse 9, you don't do that. For I, Yahuwah, your Eluah, am a jealous Ah, visiting the crookedness of the fathers on the children to the third and the fourth generations of those who hate me. But verse 10, but showing loving kindness to those of them who love me and guard my commandments. Hey, where did you hear that from? What's that doing over in Dabarim? Wait a minute. If y'all can't take the fire, get out the kitchen, because I'll be in here barbecuing full flames. I'll be moving the meat around, moving over here, but keep the flames fired up. What y'all gonna do with that? Shannon, what's that doing over here? Verse 11, you do not bring the name of Yahuwah, your Eluah, to nothing. For Yahuwah shall not leave the one unpunished who brings his name to nothing. He ain't gonna leave you unpunished who brings his name to nothing. What is that doing over here? Wait a minute, verse 12. Remember the Shabbat day to keep it set apart. Yahuwah your Eluah has commanded you to do this. Yamani, I said, Yahuwah doing a refresher up on us. Verse 13, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is the Shabbat of Yahuwah your Eluah. You do not do any work on it. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. And then he says something that's kind of unique. Your servants can rest just like you. Yahuwah, what you doing? Yahuwah wrote specific words in Shamut chapter 20, Exodus 20. Over all the way in Dabarim, Deuteronomy chapter 5, Yahuwah is now expounding on what he told us on them tablets. He's explaining a couple key points. Trip me out. When I'm sitting there translating, I'm like, woo-wee! Yahuwah, you expounding on them. Why? What? When? We got a bunch of adverbs. How, when, where, who. Look, your servants can rest just like you. And then he says in verse 15, remember, you were once servants in the land of Matzar, and Yahuwah your Eluah brought you out with great power and strength. Therefore, Yahuwah your Eluah has commanded you to keep the Shabbat day. Y'all see that? Yahuwah, he done brought this thing over in the Dabarim. And then he's going to expound on his 10 canons called commandments. Come on, Yahuwah. Come on, Yahuwah. He said, remember, you were once a slave. All of us felt that. Slave working. And I'm telling y'all, man, until we empower ourselves correctly, we ain't breaking out of it. Until we we get rid of all fear. Who tries to keep you in fear? The system, the governments, the powers that be. They do everything they can to keep you in fear. But they're not Yahuwah. They're not. Yahuwah done went through 4 of his 10 commandments, all the way over in Devarim chapter 5. Y'all know what he says in verse 16? Guess what he says? Honor your father and mother, so that your days may be prolonged on the land which Yahuwah your Elohim has given you. 17, you do not murder. 18, you do not commit adultery. 19, you do not steal. 20, you do not bear false witness against your neighbor. 21, you do not covet your neighbor's house. You do not covet your neighbor's spouse, nor their male servant, nor their female servant, nor their ox, nor their donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. What did Yahuwah just do? Wait a minute. What did Yahuwah just do? In Dabarim, y'all better write it down, students. Chapter 5. Deuteronomy chapter 5. Dabarim chapter 5. Starting at verse 6 to 21. Yahuwah done did a remix. Put them 10 commandments and put a remix on them. And they still the same. So that song is still the song. It just gets amplified in the remix. Yahuwah done put a remix on the commandments. Brother Larry, he done put a remix on the commandments. Just so you, in case you didn't understand back then, I'm going to come back now and tell you what's going on. Yahuwah 22. Yahuwah spoke these words to all of you on the mountain. He spoke in a loud voice out of the midst of the fire, surrounded by a cloud of thick darkness. He did not say anything else. That's what Masha said. Masha said in verse 22 of Dabarim, Yahuwah only spoke these words, and then he didn't say anything else. Why? Because we are to guard those commandments. They're not burdensome. They're not hard. They're not impossible. We are not continual sinners. We were once a sinner. We were sinners. We're never continual sinners. If you call me a sinner, I'll say to hell with you. What you talking about? I ain't no sinner. I thought we were all sinners saved by grace. What grace? That's a pagan word. Do you know who grace is? Go look it up. Do the etymology on the word grace and be shocked of that pagan. Y'all see me like doing this with my eye? I got a little bitty, I should say my son has a little big dog, and he just got his hair done today. And you get them little fine hairs that fly in the air. And every now and then they just hit just right in my eye. but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Masha said, he spoke all, he didn't say anything else. And then he wrote the words on 2 stone tablets and gave them to me. When you heard the voice coming out of the midst of the thick darkness, while the mountain was burning, when Yahuwah was saying this, the whole mountain was on fire. This was so deep that the whole mountain was on fire. Nobody, I don't believe nobody has ever stopped and took the time to say the whole mountain was on fire while Yahuwah was giving the 10 Commandments. A whole mountain on fire? If you go do some research on Mount Sinai and look how big that mountain is. And that whole mountain was just blazing with fire. And if you was a human being standing down there at the base of that mountain, what would you think is going to happen to you? You'd be like, and all of a sudden there's billows of clouds and smoke, and there's a voice coming out, and you can't see nobody. You just hear a voice, but the whole mountain's on fire. What would you be thinking? And they was tripping. Well, let's see what they were thinking. Because Masha said, man, when he got done speaking them 10 Commandments, he didn't say nothing else. And then he handed me 2 tablets of stone. When you heard the voice coming out of the midst of the thick darkness, while the mountain was burning with fire, then all you leaders of your tribes and your elders came to me. Imagine Masha sitting there going, hey, Masha's sitting there going, I can handle the fire. That's really what it comes down to with Masha. Are you going to be Masha-like? Because Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, said, listen to Masha. Well, Masha can handle the fire. Everybody else, they can't handle the fire. Can you handle the fire? You know the song, Can You Stand the Rain? Can you stand the fire? Come on. I'm going to make a song. It's coming out. PTT Music. Can you stand the fire? Tell me, baby, can you stand the fire? Can you stand the fire? Because that, hey, everybody else was tripping out. And Masha standing there looking at the fire, calm. Masha sitting there just staring at the fire. Everybody else is, they're panicking. But tell me, baby, can you stand the fire? Y'all came to me, Masha said. You said, quote, hold on, let me get this hair out. You said, quote, Yahuwah our Eluah has showed us his esteem and his greatness. We have heard his voice coming out of the midst of the fire. Today we have witnessed. Look what they said. Today we have personally witnessed that a person can live even with Eluah speaking to them. They all thought they were going to be dead. Everybody thought they were going to be dead. Now they're saying that they personally witnessed that they heard Yahuwah speaking, and they're still living. But how do they proceed? However, look how they proceeded. Now here's your crossroad. Because Yahuwah is talking to some of you. And you're going, let me just immerse it. Let me grab it. I'm gonna do it. However, they said, now we are going to die. They went from strength. Man, we done made it through the fire with Yahuwah. He ain't talking no more. The whole mountain's on fire. We still living. We okay. But the weak people gonna say something negative. They always gonna find something to complain about. They said, we're gonna die. This great fire will burn us up. We're going to die if we ever hear the voice of Yahuwah our Lord speak anymore. The weak people will be like, I don't want to hear Yahuwah talk to me personally. Let me hear from the pastor. What y'all gonna do with this? That's how deep this is. What y'all gonna do with it? What y'all gonna do with it? They said we do not want Yahuwah to talk to us directly anymore. No human has ever heard the voice of the living Yahuwah speaking out of the midst of the fire as we and lived as we have. They came back and reconfirmed. We heard him in the fire and we lived! Exclamation point. And guess what their response was? Masha, you go near and listen to everything that Yahuwah, our Yahuwah, has to say. Then you come back and tell us what Yahuwah, our Yahuwah, says to you, and we will listen and obey. Did they listen and obey? Yes or no? No. See, anytime you put it all on a man on this earth, hey, some of y'all love the heck out of me, and I love the heck out of you. But hey, I guard the commandments, and that has to be your trust. I got to look over at Brother Daniel and Brother Jermaine and Sister Katie and go, are you guarding the commandments? I'll trust you as long as there's evidence of you guarding the commandments. You got to show me some evidence. We make it easy for you to see evidence. We doing Shabbat gatherings. We're doing gatherings on the feast, on the festivals. You can see a lot of it right there. They said, man, you go over and talk to Yahuwah. We can't handle it. Yahuwah heard what you said to me. Masha said, Yahuwah heard what you said to me. The Yahuwah, I promise y'all, I'm studying Yahuwah. I already had a great relationship and idea and understanding who Yahuwah is. The translation process is bringing me up so close with Yahuwah. Because I get it. Listen, y'all come in here. You got to get this. I'm teaching you Yahuwah's personality. I'm teaching you who he is. Yahuwah heard what you said to me. Yahuwah said to me, I have heard what the people have said, and everything they said was good. And then he says this, if only they always had this kind of heart to respect me and to keep all my commandments, then things would go well for them and their children forever! Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Y'all heard what Yahuwah said? He said, Masha, I've heard what them people said to you. They think they're talking to you like, come over here. Come over here, Masha. Ooh, keep Yahuwah over there. As if Yahuwah can't hear them. That's what some of y'all be trying to do. Y'all be having them backdoor little Joe conversations. As if Yahuwah can't hear you. That's why I come on here with the same energy, the same mentality. I'm telling you, pick it up or drop it. Yahuwah heard what you said to me. Yahuwah said to me, I have heard what the people have said to you, and everything they said was good. You see Yahuwah going, all right, that's how you want to be. It's good. You're not saying no hateful things toward me. So Yahuwah's going, it's good. And then he says something unique. If only they always had this kind of heart to respect me and to keep all my commandments, then things would go well for them and their children forever. That right there, that was Yahuwah going, they don't respect me. They don't keep my commandments. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. That's what Yahuwah was saying to Masha. Guess what Yahuwah says next? Go tell the people to return to their tents. However, you stay here with me, and I shall give you all of my commandments, statutes, and ordinances, and you shall teach them to obey them in the land which I am giving them to possess. Be sure you do exact. Yahuwah told Moshe, come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm going to give you the juice. I'm going to give you my commandments, my statutes, and my ordinances. You go teach it to them. Because they get ready to go in and take over. They were going to go in and wipe out gangs of people. And then Moshe tells the people, be sure to do exactly what Yahuwah your Elohim has commanded you to do. Do not turn to the left or to the right. Live in the way Yahuwah your Elohim has commanded you, so that you can enjoy life and have things go well for you. You shall live a long time in the land you are about to receive as an inheritance. Yahuwah's going to give us more land, family. But we got to do what? Exactly as he has commanded us to do. We can't go to the left or to the right. We got to do exactly what Yahuwah says. Did y'all appreciate this message? Did this hit anybody? Because there's nobody in the world. They've never heard Deuteronomy chapter 5 into English presented and translated this clear and accurate. It's never happened until right now. Everybody listen to the words coming out of my mouth. You just heard the realest Dabarim ever in English. Ever. So all we're doing is we start to we gotta wrap the campaign up. May 31st is the mission. I'm working hard. I'm working around the clock. I'm pushing through distractions. Hey, y'all better come on with your brother. Satan has turned up the attacks on me. It's a fact. I'm telling y'all straight up. I just don't go into all the details of what I got to deal with every day. I don't. You want to know why? It don't matter. It don't matter the hell and the high water and the pressure and the issues and attacks I go through. I have to respond in the way Yahuwah created me to respond, to prove to him I'm worthy to rule and reign with him. So I don't complain. And if you had on you what I got on me, you would complain. Unless you crazy disciplined. And guess what? I am crazy disciplined. I am. I taught myself to be this way. I'm proud of me for doing it. I am proud of me, and my daddy's watching this. He'll tell you, my physical earthly father, he goes, man, he always tell me, I don't know how you do it. Well, you brought me here. So you got something to do with it. I always tell my dad, you got something to do with it. I just don't count the cost. If I die in this body, I have to die going all out for what I believe in. I believe that Yahuwah is the Mashiach. I believe he's the only Savior. I believe he is exactly who he says he is in the scriptures. I believe that it's been distorted. I believe he's been suppressed. I believe all the paganism has happened on the earth, especially with Jesus and Lord and Christ and churches and crosses and all this stuff. I believe the holidays, Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving and Halloween, I believe it's all distractions from the pit of hell to take us away from Yahuwah our Lord. I done studied this too long. Studied it too long. Hey, if I'm gonna die in this body, y'all, if you see me die before them clouds split open, you say our brother was going all out for Yahuwah. And Yahuwah would have been like, all right, I'm gonna have somebody else finish it. Or I got an inclination in my being that I am core responsible for raising up the powerhouse army of Yahuwah in the heavens, the Shamaim, to just rule and reign. I just believe that's what I am. So I'm going to stand on that. If you stand with me, you're going to support this. And we get up every day and we go to work and we don't know how it's going to play out. We don't know what's going to, we don't know how we can keep going. Y'all hear what I just said? We are only able to do it at this rate because of tsinfo.org. That's it. Y'all's contributions keep it going. You stop contributing, you are literally going to see me come on here and go, hey, it ain't happening. I got to slow it down and we'll just walk it through. And I promise you I'll get it through. But if y'all want to back up, that's up to you. I ain't pushing nobody to press it. I'm calling out the 144 to advance it, but I'm thinking, Brother Day heard me. I'm like, I thought a year ago we could put the 144 together within 2 years. We got about a year of it done. Maybe around 40 of the 144 are locked in. So within the next year, you will see the 144, man. They're like, no. If this whole thing's going to be, it's going to be on, I'm going to do it. And you look to the person to the left or the right, and they thinking the same way. They're going, man, I'm at tsinfo.org. I'm contributing. I'm pulling people together to contribute so we can press forward. You think I'm playing? Everybody go, nah, ain't no big deal. We're not gonna contribute. And I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna have the raw talk with them. Hey man, we gotta take about another 2 years to finish everything up. Or a year. Or two. I don't know. We gauge it based upon what y'all do. That's it. This is real. This is like unbelievable. I can't wait for the documentary to come out. I can't wait. Cause y'all gonna see the whole thing that how it's happening, what's going on now. Y'all gonna be like, I was a part of that. Yeah, that's you. Love y'all with all I got. I hope y'all continue to just pour in to you first and foremost. You got to pour into you. You got to go. You got to give yourself, hey, Yahuwah wants you to be happy about you serving him and going, I found you. I'm proud of me. Get all the beat yourself up stuff out of here. It ain't from Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the most high. He operates that way. Love y'all.